Ah, boy. It's been so long since I played this game. It's good to be back. So it looks like I need to head to the Waking Sands. Good thing I have a whole bunch of these with me. Actually, what all is in my inventory right now? Oh dear, I need to figure out what to do with these. Did I have that? Well, I did not have that? Oh, okay. And then that right there is just a dungeon unlock. Hang on. I think Sky is playing right now, so I'll just say hello. Wow, it's so dark in here. So dark and quiet. Okay, I think I'll hide that. Oh, hi, Sid. I had no idea, Byrnjolf. I could only imagine how you felt when you returned that day. Tell me, Byrnjolf, does odd here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it's just my imagination. Come, let's proceed into the solar. Oh, well, I don't need anything. Whoop. Wait. Who goes there? Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino. Byrnjolf. Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when... I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw... Ida? The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start if Stola hadn't been here to help me. Stola is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Stola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though this elegant weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo, none of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Ystola's return. For now, I say we rest.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Y'shtola! Byrnjolf, I see you and Alphino are safe. And Sid? That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily. Not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. Gonna double check something here real quick. Looks like the recording's going all right. Gaius may have called it a weapon of ancient Alleg, but I saw extensive magitech modifications. An Imperial castrum. 'Twas to be expected, I suppose. All right, let's do this. Let's go and rescue Menphilia and the others. Excuse me. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Byrnjolf. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that castrum sentry houses prisoners from But now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I'll be sure to get Cypher 9 on it. If we can figure out how to get her here. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this. Lord Portelaine of House Durlander. He is stationed at the observatorium in Corthus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. Corthus again, huh? It is fortunate indeed that we were able to regroup here. I did not care much for my chances of surviving a foray into an Imperial stronghold alone. I should have turned off my phone, I think. But I am certain that together we will find a way to rescue our fellow scions. Okay, what the hell? Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I'm not on the clock today, so why am I getting a multimedia text message from my boss? Wait, okay, this has to be an old text message, because we should start heading down at 8:30 a.m. It's 9:55. Why am I getting this text message now? Okay, well, I'm not on the clock today, so I'm not worried about that, right? I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna put my phone on vibrate. Yeah, there's supposed to be like a parade today, and for the start of the city event. Wow, I can't even jump onto the top of the desk. I just noticed. Look at that. There's an invisible wall. Yeah, I head down at 8:30, and I get it at 9:56. That's just funny. It's just too funny. Oh, okay, so it's just me that's on. Oh dear, we don't have many actions. Okay, I'll just walk there. My little koala bear somebody randomly gave me. I love it. It's so cute. Look at the little guy. Look at his beady eyes. Oh, he's so cute. He has big round ears. Oh. Okay, so in order to get to Quarthus, I need to make my way to Camp Drybone. I still find it very funny that I only just received that text message. Good thing it wasn't like an emergency or something like that, or that would be very problematic. Even though it's been a while since I played, I feel like I know my way around a bit of the core world map. Oh, so because I've been watching one of my preferred streamers playing it, I ended up buying Hollow Knight and Silk Song. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna go about playing them. I kind of feel like I want to stream them. Not really sure yet about that. Yeah, I kind of fell in love with the artwork and music of the game. It's they're very beautiful games. I probably won't be very good at them. But they do look fun. Also, I've been contemplating whether or not I want to play the original Dead Space games. Lots to think about. Okay, and then I need to get to the northern northern Black Shroud, so I can make my way to Corthus. You can do it, I believe in you. Okay, almost there. Sorry, I got distracted by bright flashing lights. Yeah, it's in the town. Here we go. Not sure I would want to build a tower underneath this huge hunk of rock. One bad earthquake and one of those boulders is going to smash the entire tower. And here we are, we made it. And I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. Ah, Byrnjolf, the man who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are an associate of Y'shtola, but of course, Lord Drillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Oh, apparently the text was for tomorrow. Castrum Sentry? What interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scout's reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum. A Hyaran woman, an Elysian man, and 2 Lalafels. 1 male, 1 female. It's them! It has to be Minfilia, Urianger. Is it Urianger or Yeah, I'll say Urianger. Papalimo and Tataru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Korthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, Oroagaden and a Lalafel, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? Oroagaden and a Lalafel, Master Garland. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Byrnjolf, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. If as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scion's prisoner in hopes of understanding the echo. It seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of the echo. As Lord Portelaine said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. I don't know, is this voiced? Nope. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Retortin, you depart for Castrum Osidens at midnight. You will command the western front in Vilebrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half our forces to I have given you nothing, Prefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters, 1 hour. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Abalithia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Y'shtola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Zemail Darkwold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Byrnjolf, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. You stand before Zemail Darkwold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. A letter from Lord Portelaine. So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are like to be your friends, you say? And let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Aurum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Hiramons. He should be able to assist you. The Aurum Vale. I remember that place. Wait, leave me alone. Go find food somewhere else. The Imperial airship? Aye, I saw it approach to land with my own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Rough orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Oh boy. I feel like that's a word I need to look up. I do not recognize that word at all. Consternation. There were prisoners aboard the airship. It seems they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans, who were deployed, formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the prints to their owners. I only see 1 set of footprints here. Wedge! So cold. I want to go home. Please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Byrnjolf, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw. Thrice! And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. it's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Tracked down Wedge? It's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs? I see. It hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Ida and Nishola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Dare I hope? Was that Master Garland you spoke with? After 5 long years. Thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Byrnjolf. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest when you can. I'm fine now, thanks to you. But I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Byrnjolf, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. A Roegaden gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion. I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort, and rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. Oh, this is a very beautiful cave. level 50 over there? Yes, it is. Yes, indeed, I am a long way from home. Byrnjolf, were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason. I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? We can't give up, Byrnjolf. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who'll listen, and hurry. Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment. So many stairs. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through Danafin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I near broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Eee. Yeah. No railings for these stairs either. Oh boy, that's a... Ooh. Somebody who's afraid of heights. That does not do good for me. At least the stairs are a bit wider, though. And aren't, like, too thin in certain parts. The stairs to the Astoria column really scared the shit out of me, especially with a whole bunch of kids running up and down it. Got about halfway up and I just couldn't go up anymore. I made my way back down. I found myself just sitting at the bottom, just shaking. And my heart beating really fast. It was really scary. Biggs! Hi, Ida and Yashtola. Byrnjolf, we found Biggs, but he's in trouble. I can see that. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Ah, Byrnjolf. It is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. He's not alone! Kill them all! Job done. My thanks. Whew. Another moment, and I would have... Ugh. He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Ida and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Ah, I love reunions. I cannot thank you enough, Byrnjolf, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes. It's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. Oh, the lot of you, my life. And you saved Wedges too, Byrnjolf. I am losing count of how many I owe you. Biggs, Wedge! Gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you! It's really you! In our hearts we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. When Alphino told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when you came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the immortal flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage of the Waking Sands, I noticed not a miss in horizon. Nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by the Ascians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Gorlmold, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't likely to leave again. So risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors The rest, as they say, is history. Ha! If I didn't know better, I'll call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel. That will have been Biggs' handiwork. I guess not. You always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Byrnjolf, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. All right, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hooray! Taking a bit of a stretch there. Thank goodness you found me, Byrnjolf. I would have frozen, or drowned, or been eaten by a mud puppy if it wasn't for you. I knew the chief was still alive. Deep down, I always knew, and he looks healthy, too. Well, you could do with a shave, I suppose, but other than that... Nah, I like his beard. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. It is as good a place as any to prepare and better than most. The road leading east, then south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Now that we've found Biggs and Wedge, there's no reason for us to remain here any longer. Let us make for Revenant's Toll in Mordona. There we can make our plans to rescue the others. Wait a minute. Who has a quest for me here? I say, are you the... Forgive me. I am Kalean, bannerman of House Hildenard. Are you not the adventurer who proved our liege lord's innocence? Ah, it is you! You are forged of metal true, sir, and I rejoice to meet you. For there is a delicate mission that only a man most steadfast may be trusted with. From high upon Monument Tower, we keep watch over the doings of the Garlean outpost. They have been far too active for our heart's ease lately, and we must discourage these forays without resorting to outright hostility. Make a round of 3 hot spots and look for any trace of the Garleans. Sir Peramons awaits at the Aurum Vale for your report. The speed of the Fury to you, and her Ruth as well. You ask if I'm a soldier of Garlemald? Why, this savage land is outside the fold of the Empire. It would be strange indeed for you to see a Garlean here. You doubt me? I care not. You're wearing their clothes. I doubt you. Why would a soldier of Garlemald venture into enemy territory? An enemy foolish as well as barbaric, for none can resist our... What I mean to say is the mighty Damn it, retreat, retreat! Not sure why he felt he could talk his way out of that situation. Go away. Hello again. Oh, that's my koala. What? All three? You found Garleans at all three locations? Oh. We espied them slipping over the border from Mordona to survey something, but these forays must be more frequent than we thought. We must increase patrols in the area. I bid you beware, adventurer. If your footloose ways lead you to Mordona, return safely and be our eyes in the wilderness again. Well, it's nice to know that they like having me around now. Sorry, I just have somebody playing Silk Song on mute in the background, and I just looked over to see them drop their character in a pool of lava. That's embarrassing. Speaking of which, is there no stream yet? Nah, he's being lazy. Yeah, the Ouija brothers are playing Warzone. That must be Griff. Okay, we have a lot of quests here. Pretty certain I already have this place. Yep. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I've a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. Ha! That's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. And it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glomant. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ida and I shall go to reconnoiter Garlean activity in the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Byrnjolf. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you are not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Justola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papalimo. Dressing up as soldiers and sneaking in the front door, eh? Well, if you've got the guts to go through with it, then so do I. Oh boy, I always wanted my own Reaper. I would wash her and wax her and name her and... Stealth and subterfuge, Byrnjolf, are how we will free our friends. I have every confidence you can play the part of an Imperial soldier. In the wake of the calamity, the 14th Imperial Legion occupied what remained of Castrum Novum, eventually rebuilding and renaming it Castrum Sentry. The stronghold contains immense manufacturing and storage facilities, and it is the primary supplier of material for Imperial forces stationed throughout Eorzea. Consequently, it is heavily defended. Infiltrating will not be easy, and nevertheless, it is necessary. All adventurers worth their salt gather in Revenantstall. If you have a mind to rise above the sea of mediocrity, you've come to the right place. Looking for Glomant, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Huh? Looking to get inside Castrum Sentry? And you need my help? Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. And I will not do that for now, because I have a whole bunch of side quests here. Turnips, get your turnips! Pickled fresh this morning. I invite you to find a better... What? Hang on. Come on. Really? Why isn't your thing activating now? I have to leave the area and then come back? But then why is hers activating and not yours? Or his? Wait. I invite you to find a better turnip in all the realm. Oh, that's a guy. Sorry about that. There's a ruined camp to the west of here. You know the place? What I do is recover what I can from the site and bring it back here. The yield is good, and the work is plentiful, but I'm feeling a bit done in, to tell the truth. I could use a little help. If you're looking for some honest work, use the sledgehammer to break the locks on the crates and bring back a few of the boxes inside. Say 3. The Crystal Tower is more than my chosen field. It is a passion. That a structure of such magnitude could appear overnight, on the heels of the calamity, in the 5 years since its mysteries have resisted my patient courtship. But I will wear down its modesty. Well, my name is not Nipatayun. You know of the crystallized plain to the west of Revenant's Toll, do you not? All my research to date points to an important discovery to be made in that glittering expanse, likely the key to the tower itself. And yet I am unjustly barred from a closer look at those crystals by Nixes. Now you understand, do you not? They must die, those Nixes. I will not suffer them to keep me from penetrating the secret of the tower. Nixes, aren't those the frogs? How many quests do I have around here? We'll have a whole bunch down there. Byrnjolf, right? I hear you get around. I'm an adventurer myself. The name's Kakami. Hey, we can't all have an interesting name like yours. Look, I can cut you in on something fair, if you're interested. There's a camp set up east of here by an outfit called the Sons of St. Quinac. Scholarly types, you know, studying the, what do you call it, Allegan Empire? It's apparently some sort of ancient civilization. Talk to a fellow called Nazel Duzel there, and he'll have something for you. Good folks, them. Tell him I sent you. I speak for the confraternity of venturers who call Revenant's Toll home. Take heed, Byrnjolf. We have a common foe, a hated enemy, a fierce adversary, and its name is Morble. Brother Byrnjolf, you hate this enemy. Does your heart yearn to slay it? Then do so, brother. Go and slay 3. This is a rite of passage, Brother Byrnjolf. If you're to be part of Revenant's Toll, we must know, do you ring true? And is this to talk to this guy? Oh, well, if it isn't Byrnjolf, just the adventurer I was hoping to see. Do you know of the blacksmith, Egenolf? He's quite an accomplished craftsman. In fact, anyone who's had dealings with Rowena is sure to have come across his creations. It's always been a pleasure to have him as a regular here at the 7th Heaven, but he's been quite irritable of late and practically drowning in his cups. Besides, I fear his recent work, or perhaps a lack thereof, may have something to do with it. This may seem but a trifling matter to someone as traveled as yourself, but it would mean so much to me if you would speak with him. I can think of no one better to offer him a word or three of encouragement. Can't you see I'm thinking, lad? Off with ye! Elis sent you? Sent ye? Did she? Huh. And I suppose she just happened to mention me contract with Rowena, eh? I thought she'd be satisfied with me vintage gear. There was a time it practically flew off the shelves, bringing in adventurers with tombstones by the bucket. But now, damn divas are a fickle lot. And apparently none of ye'll be caught dead in me stuff no more. Now I've got Rowena jumping down me throat, clamoring for summit new. Summit the realm ain't heretofore seen. The woman expects too bloody much, I tell ye. But if I don't fill me contract, she'll have thugs fit me feet for lead boots. If only I pissed out bright ideas each dawn like I did me ale. Hold your horse birds. I know ye from somewhere. You're one of them venturers what started the bloody relic armor movement way back when, ain't ye? As I live and breathe. Wait, really? Am I? Tread as I might, and holy hells did I try, I wasn't quite able to recreate the masterworks. There was something about 'em, a certain quality, even the great Igonolf weren't going to match. I suppose one never truly can rival the classics, eh? Ah, Elis, ye sly shrew, that's why you sent this one. You wanted him to remind me of the old days when armorcraft was about the armor and not else. Somewhere along the way, I reckon I got caught up in the hurly-burly and lost me way. You know, I reckon it's high time I got back to basics. Focus more on who'll be wearing me gear than the pretty tale on that Makote selling me the parts. Might be then I can come up with summit what'll satisfy old Rowena. Cheers, lad. It was kind of you to stop by. Who's the Makote that's selling you stuff? And while you're here, how about I fix up your own set of old relic gear? My assistant, Kakalan, here can augment each and every piece. Of course, that's assuming ye can bring him the proper parts. I ain't running a charity. Don't go forgetting your gear neither. So you may now trade with Kakalan. After obtaining the appropriate augmentation item, you can exchange it along with artifact armor for augmented artifact armor, which, unlike regular relic armor, can be dyed any color of your choice. Please note that the augmentation item required will vary depending on the artifact armor you wish to exchange. Whoops. Blue. So, okay, so this is what would be... Okay. So where would I even get these? Also... I'm confused. Isn't this just the same armor? Except it can be dyed now or something. Wait, so I could use these things in order to get one of these. Also, wait, item level 90. Hold on a moment. Item level 55. Okay. How is that? I am confused. Because I'm leaning very heavily into my microphone, so hopefully I'm not being too loud for you guys. Sorry about that. I seem to be stuck on a lamppost. There we go. Frogs! Don't aggro, please. my god, look at that guy! He has such a funny looking face. Lots of teeth, but really funny looking face. Hey, sweetie, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, you kind of popped you in the nose there. Hear ye, hear all! The mortals are slain, and Byrnjolf has passed the first test of Revenant's Toll, adventurers. What, you didn't think it would just be one test, did you? The next trial is by combat! Face our nemesis, the enemy to sing our Threnody, the foe to tag our big toe. See you where I place the mark on your map? Return alive, brother. You already slew the Nixes? It's been barely... After all, I am still quite flushed from my outburst earlier. They were dead ere my rage had cooled? Oh, that's quite lovely. They had it coming, those hoppers. The Crystal Tower is still foremost in my mind, but adventurers may bear some studying too. Perhaps as a side project. This will be more of an experimental research. I shall find you a blood pact to sign. Why a blood pact? What are you gonna do with that? You find the crates? Good, good. Let's have what you found inside. I ought to be ashamed of myself for hiring another to do my own job, but there's no cozening myself. It makes me heartsore to go there. The calamity made it thus. In case you didn't already know, that was Camp Revenant's Toll. A hub for adventurers. Many a merry day and night I've spent there. 'Twas my abode at the crossroads. Never paid much mind to the name of these parts until the calamity, but Revenant's Toll. Not exactly a lucky sort of name. I wish to the 12 that they had changed it to something else when they built this new camp. It wearies me as all. Going there and sorting through the mess, sometimes I come across something I know well, and it weighs on my heart. Don't get me wrong, there's more to these parts than just nasties and sad memories. I was on a mud puppy run myself before I took the salvage job, and now I aim to reap twice as many livers. What's it for? Physicking, for the old touch trap, of course. Mud puppy liver fetches a very pretty price on the market. As pretty as the petticoats, that's the cause of the demand, I'll wager. Here, how about you give me a little hand? I'm still a little done in. It'll be worth the gill to have someone else helping me. You can fetch 5 livers, can't you? 5, you ask too much? No, I'm just kidding. I still need one more liver. Thought I got them all. Let's say I'm level 6 what? Oh, the fate. Is the bosom buddy for that? Is the bosom buddies just a achievement thing? I guess so. Oh. See your companion Chocobo to rank 10. And I'll get the Chocobo suit. Oh yeah, player accommodations. Wait, what was that? So I can get a parasol from doing the card game. Oh my god, that is so cute. Just a little baby penguin. Well, I wish there was an easier way to find these things. It did say it was completed, right? There's a challenge log. Oh, here we go. That's what it was. Huh, nice. And the fearsome Morbulger falls to the newest brave of the Revenant's Toll Venturers Guild, Byrnjolf. Welcome to the confraternity, brother. Seriously, how'd you kill that thing? That Morbulger was something else. They say it started off as an escaped pet. Guess that's what you get when spoiled rotten meat's red in tooth and claw. That thing slew more adventurers with its charnel breath than a whole parade of gigas. Not that I wanted you dead exactly, you understand, but folk have been known not to come back. Well, that's all in the past, Brother Byrnjolf? You're one of the Revenant's Toll Venturers now. Death to Morbles. Some else now, huh? Brother, can you spare some mare's tail roots? I've none on account of those young catchers from the Black Shroud. I told them the root teal settle that belly of yours. And the next thing, I've given them all I have. You don't have any either? Why, every adventurer working these parts ought to carry some with them. A poultice of mare's tail keeps wounds from festering, and you look a festering sort of fellow, if ever I saw one. Since we're both short, how about you go and get us some? 8 roots should do it, I'd say. I remember the Fat Chocobo from Final Fantasy 15. How'd you like the fog fens? Free leechings every day of the year. But you got the livers, didn't you? There's the slimy gold. Nicely cut. Here's your gill. You didn't try to eat the mud puppies, did you? Don't. Poisoned or muddy, those are the only flavors. Do they work? Oh, lad. Everything works, and nothing's good enough for them. That's got to... Wait. Oh, lad, everything works, and nothing's good enough for them that's got the kind of gill to spend on such things. Ever gone a few paces east? It's not much to look at, but there's pieces from the Garlean wreck for the taking. Rest held together with a prayer most of the time, but now and then there's a nice play to off an airship. Time was, adventurers sallied out to Revenant's Toll, thinking the Garlean salvaged make them rich. Sore disappointment they were. Thomfred, at the bakery, he was one, came for the Magitech, stayed for the marzipan, I tell him. But now that hardly anyone bothers, they're steady pickings. Go on, give it a try. I'll pay you top gill if you can find 8 good bits. If you find something likely, go to Wandering Breeze over at St. Coinax. Find and ask him what the stuff's worth. He knows his Garlean relics, that one. Where are these mares at? Ah, crap, he turned around. To battle! Yeah, that's right. Kick his butt. Oh, but don't get me involved in that. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Got it. One more. Oh, somebody must have got King Leech. He's missing. Oh, long live the king. Oh. Motorcycle. I used to have one of those. There you are, brother. Got what we need. The spindly white roots of a mare's tail, an aquatic plant that earns its name from its uncanny resemblance to a chocobo tail. 1, 2, 7, and 8. Now they'll need to be prepared, and seeing as how we're both... Are you for certain? You'll want one when that festering starts? Well, if you say so, I'll keep the lot and much appreciate the kindness. Brother Adventurer, hear me out. I need me a sample of catalytic ectoplasm, but I'm not having much luck. It's no great shakes, mind you. First you go to Rothfrost, slay yourself some plasmoids, then collect 3 samples of catalytic plasma. Douse a large crystallized tree with that, wait a spell, and the bark will start crackling from the lightning that surges in the plasma. After that, it's like gardening on a gubu. The ectoplasm comes scampering over without a care in the world. Hit that right quick, and you've got yourself some catalytic ectoplasm. Why do I want you to get it? Come now, brother. Let's not go prying into the unmentionables drawer. All in good time, all in good time. Out this way I go. That's pretty cool. Got the little shocker? That's what I call an adventurer. You're a fearless one, brother. Ow! Swyven, sons of... 7 hells for 7 brothers. That hurts like a troll marrying my daughter. Now you see why I was none too keen on getting the bugger myself. I don't know what it is, but I always end up getting shocked. Maybe I'm lightning aspected, or straight lightning disrespected, even. Just my luck that I keep getting commissions from these learned types, and about half of them and half of the rest are studying lightning. I should give up adventuring and be an agent at this rate. Oh, it's right there. Well met, adventurer. Any comrade of Kakami is certain to be a great help to us. You are interested in helping, I trust. We sons of St. Quinac have had our share of troubles of late, and your assistance would be most welcome. I think you will find it an equally rewarding enterprise. You are the adventurer Byrnjolf, are you not? Several of our surveyors have been wounded by hippogriffs in the crystallized area to the north. It is astonishing how fleet and fierce they are in this region. Yet we must teach them to flee, not charge, when the sons of St. Coinac are about their scholarly business. I suggest you cull a few of the hippogriffs that they might learn this lesson. The sons of St. Coinac draw together the finest minds of Eorzea in order to bend their combined strength upon the Allegan question. With such a lofty mission come certain sacrifices. We all have left our homes, our friends, and our families to be here, you see. Many a sob has been stifled in this camp, I am sure. Some of us will be here for moons, others for years. We know not what we shall find or when. Until then, there are the letters full of news from home. Will you take these letters to the sons? Hardly a task for an adventurer, but it will give you an opportunity to see the camp and speak with some of our party. Good evening to you. Is there something you require? I have an airship hull parts for you. You want to know what these are? Well, so there is still meat left to pick off the bone. This is made of cermet, a Garlean alloy, greatly resistant, some might say impervious to cannon fire, and beyond our capacity to create. If we could produce our own, there would be cermet pouring out of every metalworks in every city. Or mayhap, if we knew what metals sired this alloy, we could use the knowledge in other ways. Are you not wanting us to study these, then? Just information, huh? Let me guess. Ghoulgheim. Here are the pieces back, and tell her again that the sons are not here to provide free appraisals. I have here a message from an expedition to the south. They are troubled by gigas, and fear and attack must soon come. Head south forthwith, if you would help us. Ah, another adventurous soul. Welcome to St. Coinac's Find. I am Colette of the Adventurers Guild. It is my responsibility, as leave-meet, to recruit hard-working, industrious men and women to fulfill the Guild's many contracts. Be advised that these contracts can be quite demanding, and we cannot afford to assign work to the unqualified. Many of my leaves would require you to travel far from the safety of this encampment. I'm good with that. Yep, let's go. Attempt to soothe the client. Soothing, huh? Soothe. Eureka! Soothe. Where is my soothe? Oh, I'm so vexed. Get a pumpkin cookie. Where'd I get that from? Yummy. Wait, a photograph? Oh, that's cool. What kind of camera is that? Oh, so cute. I like it. Yeah, I'm looking for Soothe. Completely forgot what I was looking for. So, hello there. Sorry, I'm not interested in fighting you. Should've just given him a slap. Where is it? I think I'm blind. on, it shouldn't be that hard to find. Subattender. Oh, there it is. Alright. You are Byrnjolf. I am called Clinthara. Is it true that adventurers are bound to secrecy whenever they undertake a commission? Excellent. You see, I am here for a reason of my own. The lesser moon, Dalamud. The others may burrow ever deeper in the ground, but I look into the sky. 5 years ago, Dalamud flushed like the face of an old king, most wroth before its swelling bulk fell to earth. I am consumed by the desire to know more. One of the fragments of the baleful satellite landed in the Singing Shards, and there I took myself and have been excavating ever since, until an elder Happolyte came and seized the precious artifact. Byrnjolf, I must have it back. It means everything. You must slay this hated Happolyte and return the fragment to me. I know its weakness well enough from the most dismal encounter. Here is a pepper bomb to use on the fell creature. It was only by flinging a basket of the same peppers in its face that I escaped with my life. Come on. I was about to right-click to loot him. I can Star Wars: The Old Republic. That guy did not aggro when he turned around. An adventurer? You come from the main camp? We feared the message would not reach you in time. The harassment by the Gigas grows daily and... Ah! Phew! That was a close call. Thank Azima. You were about. Well, I'd better return to my work. History never waits. A letter from home? Thank you, adventurer. Oh, we were at the frontistery together. What does she want? She's to be wed? How? What? She's worth 2 of him. The great Gullumfing oaf. Oh, that'll never last. Didn't mean to do that one. A letter? Answer first. I would that 'tis no ill news. From the patter? Surely the matter is not ill again. Quite the contrary. She's recovered from her dropsy, and demanding I return home and give her grandchildren. Nafka be praised, a letter from Gridania. Must be from my wife. All well and prospering. She says that... What? She writes that she has taught our daughter to say, Papa home soon? She can talk. And I missed her first words. It has only been 3 moons since I saw them last. Dude, at least take a vacation. Get some time with your family. Should I be worried about all this lighting? Oi! Leave me alone. Oh, you're a big one. Here, have some pepper. Well done. That's for the guild leave. Okay, so I must say this is truly exciting stuff. A genuine adventure. Could the giant toad have been bred by the Alligans in antiquity? Could these marvelous people have been engaging in, dare I say it, Nick's husbandry? There is only one way to find out. I shall need live giant toads. Do soften them up. I can't abide hopping. Oh, okay, that's why I need the soothing mode. Oh, come on. Leave him alone. There we go. Oh, he is agitated. There we go. Based on the reports from the local leave watches, I am more than satisfied with the qualifications. Your reputation precedes you, Byrnjolf. Slew a gigas, I hear. The rest should keep their distance for now. The gigas were a part of a tribe from Abel Athia's spine, uprooted by the calamity. We seek knowledge under the ground. They seek a new home upon that ground. A fray cannot be avoided. It would seem our trouble with the gigas outlives the troublemakers themselves. The creatures stole some research documents of all things. We may have underestimated them. Why would they steal such a thing? What hidden aspects do they have? We must know more of their ways. Since observation is out of the question, we must collect artifacts. Taliak's razor dictates that we go straight to the source. gigas. Your task is to slay 4 of them and collect anything of interest upon their persons. Thank you, Byrnjolf. Given a vexing letter serves the noble purpose of keeping the sons moored to their lives, you see. I have known other digs where we lost all sense of the world beyond the day's grid. The sons of Saint Quinac claim their genesis in Charlayan, that shining city of learning. We are all races and clans, united by our passion for the truth about the ancient Allegan civilization. The anthropogeographer Rambrois is the leader of this endeavor. If you've a mind to stay a while, it might behoove you to speak with him sooner rather than later. Our protector returns. Thank you for performing your duties with such speed. You will be able to plan a survey first thing on the morrow. These ruins of ancient Alleg represent entire branches of lost knowledge. It was the Allegans who built the Crystal Tower, or so the best theories say. If that is the case, could these ruins not be the remains of a village, nay, a town of workers and their families, as it hold the record of their lives, spent erecting the shining edifice that beguiles us today? All research on the tower is at a standstill. They are stymied by its perfection, but here we may learn something here. At least that is what we hope. Byrnjolf, how fortunate to have you here. I haven't even left. One of the researchers excavating the lakeside has tumbled down a hole. He remains there still and has wounds that will need tending, but his team traveled quite light. They lack the necessary supplies for his rescue. Will you take this length of rope to the lakeside for the rescue? After that, you must hasten to Revenant's Toll and tell Kakami to dispatch medicines thither. We are already much in your debt, Byrnjolf, if not in gil, then in spirit. But may I impose on you one last time? Look at all those crystals. So bright. Byrnjolf, did you retrieve it? Have you the fragment? Here you go. A small piece of the blackened metal that may be from the outer shielding of the now fallen satellite Dolomid. Ah, my precious specimen! There is much to learn, but see you this earth-shaking discovery of mine? The fragment is made of no material known to Eorzea, save for that which has been unearthed in those Allegan ruins. What if Dalamud was a thing man made, created by the sons and daughters of Alleg, then cast into the sky? This is a powerful piece of evidence I hold again in my hand. First, the Crystal Tower, now Dalamud. That a civilization could exist capable of such creations makes my calculations shiver, and all jadedness shrivel. It is a good time to be alive, Byrnjolf. Thank you for all you have done. When I move that thing, it starts shaking. You return, and I see you have not been idle. Did you find anything of note? What's this? Pieces of crystal? I don't understand why you would... Oh. They are all carved to some degree. Interesting. They each have a certain statuesque quality to them. This one, in particular, is recognizable. It is crude, but this likeness is of the Crystal Tower. I cannot see a Gigas taking the time to shape such a thing solely for amusement. I had almost forgotten. But there was a report 2 moons ago from another party molested by Gigas. They too encountered such a crystal, and from their studies of it, they made out 2 words: holy place. The Gigas may venerate the Crystal Tower. This may explain their migration following the calamity as well. Byrnjolf, will you observe the Gigas from a place well hid? After placing this likeness in plain sight, we naturalists lack the necessary training to risk such an observation. But I have every confidence you will remain undetected. Not very many hiding places, of course. I saw that coming. I didn't even get a chance to hide. You observed them? What I would not give to have been there. What manner of things did you see? After smoothing out the crumbled piece of parchment, you were able to discern a list of findings scrawled upon it. This is from the documents reported lost to the Gigas. We had thought it had been carried off pell-mell, but you say one who looked the chief among them had it? He tore a sketch of the Crystal Tower from the records, and kept it as a precious thing. We must conclude that the tower is indeed holy to them. Gigas have been known to lead other giant kind, but they have the cleverness for it. If they can lead, they can create an army. If they can worship, they can start a crusade, or so history tells us. These are matters we must be mindful of, thank you, Byrnjolf, for risking much for this knowledge. Hello. Think the 12 you're here. He fell right down this hole. Thinks he broke his leg. Where is he? We have to get him out before he passes out again. The pain seems to be bad. Have you any rope? Good and stout. Right, I can fish him out by myself here. But once he's out, he'll need some true physicking. Go on to Revenant's Toll and tell them to send potions. Buckets of them. What are you supposed to be exactly? Just tooling around. Well, is it to be Magitech or Marzipan? Did you find anything good? Oh, well, laddie. Old Gurlian Surmet, huh? That will fetch something high. Wide and handsome from a trader. What? They can change the tide of war? Your problem, lad, is that you think too much. These are worth a good bit of gil. And the only tide you should worry about is the tide of ale you can summon with your share of it. But you're right about something. I should learn more about these loys, so I don't have to go to the sun's hat in hand. Here, that's your share. Remember what I said about ale. If I find more of these Surmet pieces, who knows, maybe I'll be able to pay back Wandering Breeze what I owe in a couple of moons. Long time no see, Byrnjolf. They keeping you busy at St. Quinoc's find? An accident, eh? Not enough physic? Sure. I'll get what's needed to Suns. You look like you ran all the way. Go sun those souls. You've earned a rest. Well, I can definitely use the bathroom right now. So all we have is story left. That's good. I wonder if I should stop and eat. How much have I recorded so far? Ow. About 2 hours. Yeah, I guess now would be a good time to stop for a bit. We got some story questing done, and a whole bunch of side quests done. Next up, we'll be working to infiltrate the castrum. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.